Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy 005 Dynasty. I'm back with another video. So I got a hate comment. I deleted it because I'm not trying to put that on my channel, right? But let me tell you guys about it. This individual said that I need to stop putting Ghost Wav or whatever it is in my videos. Like, stop trying to promote my thing, Ghost Wav. So I want to put this out there. Ghost Wav is a lifestyle. Ghost Wav is a culture. Ghost Wav is a genre of music. So I'm going to forever promote it in every single video. And that's if I even remember to do it, you know what I'm saying? But it's my lifestyle. It's the genre of music that I do now. I don't do hip hop. I don't do R&B. I don't do reggae. I don't do dubstep. I do none of that stuff. Ghost Wav. I am the originator, the founder of the musical genre Ghost Wav, which is also known as cinematic air hop, which is also known as a sound that floats, created by Jamel Marshall Pearson, cited also as Jamel Pearson. You understand? So it's a lifestyle, and inside of this lifestyle, I'm building a culture that's going to blossom, believe it or not. And don't get mad because I have the foresight to do something like this and you don't. And I'm not putting down anything that you're doing, so why come to my channel and put down what I'm doing? It makes no sense, but people feel like they can do that on YouTube for some reason. Anyway, so let me tell you guys something. The main reason why they said this was because they said I shouldn't be linking it with the MPC XL. They basically said I shouldn't be promoting, and basically, I guess they're trying to say that I'm using Akai and the MPC XL. Now, let me put you on the game, guys, and tell you how smart I am. My intellect is very beyond a lot of people. Their brains can't even digest what I think because they're just not there. It's not unlocked yet, and that's their problem. It's not my problem. So, the people who align themselves with Akai and all these other companies is the content creators. They align themselves. And let me tell you what is happening here, okay? It is called cross-merchandising. Cross-merchandising. And for the individual that left that hate comment, I would never, ever do business with you. And nobody should ever do business with you because you don't understand business. And that's the problem with a lot of people on this earth. I spent 10 years on a hiatus, retired from the music industry, while these people they've been grinding all this time. They've been grinding for at least 20 years. I retired for 10. In the first half of my career, I didn't even know what I was doing. I was learning myself. Now I come back in 2020. Now I'm developing Ghost Wav, 005 Dynasty, 05 HJT, which is O-ish. I can't say the curse word. 005 Ghost Wav. I'm building an empire, basically, an enterprise, a brand. So that's why I say it. But I digress on that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to defend what I'm doing. I'm giving you guys context and my intent and what I'm doing on this earth. So it's cross-merchandising. And I went and worked with this person. Cross-merchandising is basically what you would see in a supermarket and you know what I'm saying, or a clothing store. You know what I'm saying? You can see it in multiple ways. You can have something in a produce section, right? You have the produce section, but you got cheese over in the produce section and a refrigerator next to the berries. That's cross-merchandising and marketing and promoting. That's the cheese department piggybacking off of the produce department and vice versa. You might have somebody doing a demo or a sample and it's produce, but it's next to the cheese department and they got a little bit of cheese in there. That's doubling down on the marketing and promotion for both of them. So you have cross merchandising and you have the double dipping, the double down of the doubling down on the cross merchandising, which turns into marketing and promoting for both entities or both sections of the store. You know what I'm saying? So that is what the content creators do. They align themselves with the companies, and then at the same time, they say, get my merch, get my drum pack, get my loop pack, get my MIDI chord pack, get my expansion pack, get my clothing lines, get my shirts as t-shirts, whatever. That's them cross merchandising their product as they're promoting another company's product. That's not what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not promoting a product. A genre of music is a culture and a lifestyle. It's not a product. I actually don't even have a product. I'm trying to revolutionize the game and change people's mindset on music production and how you should thrive in it, starting with the first instance of music, the very first sound. What sound source are you using first, and how are you going to use your mind to progress your musical progression, your workflow, and your signal path? That's what I'm talking about when I talk about these converters, these preamps, these analog compressors, analog preamps, analog conversion going into digital and all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the companies playing mental games with you guys, and they're manipulating you guys. You know what I'm saying? They're like tricking you guys into buying product but not giving you the full truth. The content creators are tricking you into buying the product and not giving the full truth. You know what I'm saying, guys? So that's that, right? So the content creators, they align themselves with the companies. I don't align myself in Ghost Wav with the companies. And in fact, the way that I talk about the companies, people think I don't like the companies, which could actually be a bad stigma on Ghost Wav, if you really think about it. So I'm actually working backwards to work forward. Pay attention to the game and open up your mind. Now let's jump to something else. I'm gonna give you an example. So I did. Let's do the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is it might be the #1 event in the history of like sports, right? Possibly. Don't quote me on that. But when the Super Bowl comes around, everybody turns and watches it. People who don't care about sports at all, it's like they turn it into a holiday. All the stores go crazy. It's avocados, chips, dip, you know what I'm saying, soda, ice cream, everything is being sold, and people run home to watch the Super Bowl. Now, you have companies who literally would pay $1 million, and that was what I heard back in the day. It might be even more now that you got to pay. They would pay so much money to literally get one 30-second advertisement, which is cross-marketing for their company, because it's millions and millions of people that will see this one advertisement. And if you do a good job, you can sell that product. You understand what I'm saying? So that's merchandising to sell their product. That's the game. And if you don't understand that, let me double down on it for you. Let's take the company Pops. Pops corn the chips. It's a triangle chip, but it's popcorn. When they first came out, they were doing okay, popcorners, right? But they doubled down. They got a Super Bowl commercial, and not only did they do that, they went and got the Breaking Bad series to do the commercial for them. So the Breaking Bad characters are doing a series for this Pops Corner chips. Do you understand the type of doubling down marketing and promotional tactic that was? It was brilliant because it took the company from a solid company to you find it in every store now. People ran out to go buy this chip. Cross marketing, cross merchandising. Their product aligned with another product that has a bigger name than them that can actually get them in front of more people, and then boom, take it to the next level. So when he did the Breaking Bad thing, and people love, those characters are beloved. You can't tell me. Sometimes some TV shows will be loved forever. Some movies will be loved forever. They could stop making it, but people would love it forever. People went and bought the chip because the Super Bowl, that's the first entity. Breaking Bad, the second entity. Doubling down on the cross merchandising that took the third thing that wasn't as popular and took it to the moon. Do you understand now, guys? So you got advertisement for the big companies on big networks, and I'm also forgetting it's actually triple. It's actually triple, guys. You got to think about the network that you have to think about the network, the television network that these commercials aired on. So the television network itself has clout, has a following. The Super Bowl You know what I'm saying? NFL has a following. Breaking Bad themselves has a following. This company, Pop's Corners, was able to get all of that in there and to make their company go like that. I'm not doing that, guys, when it comes to Ghost Wav. I mention my culture, my lifestyle, and my genre, but I don't align a product with it. I don't even have fully developed tutorials on YouTube promoting and pushing it out there so other people can join in with me creating it. I'm still in the process of getting the first album and developing it, but I have it though. It's like about to crack open right now. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you have to understand and listen to when people are talking and stop thinking with the hate all the time. You people are haters, and you say 005 Dynasty is a hater. No, I understand the game, and I understand the market, and I understand the logic. You guys don't. When I'm talking in my videos, it's very strategic, and you have no idea of what I'm doing. You taking everything at face value because your mind is locked. It's not open. You can't even decipher what I'm saying, how I'm saying it, and when and why I am saying it. And it's actually helping me, but you can't picture it because you don't understand it. You don't understand the game. That's your problem. That's not my problem. So don't come and hate in my comment section when I don't even go to your YouTube channels. I don't even know who you even are. And I would never even go and hate on you even if I did know who you are. Your mission and your purpose on this world is your mission and your purpose. I don't care what you're doing. Go do the best thing that you can ever do. But don't try to twist 005 Dynasty, Ghost Wav, into your narrative, because it's not going to happen. And that's the main reason why you can see my articles on the internet, so people can't twist it. And if you try to twist it in a lying manner, then that's when I will sue you for defamation of character, because I have my information out there about my brand already plastered all over the internet, and it's already being migrated into Google and all the other search engines database. So I'm already ahead of you. So if you ever try to play with my name, I will sue anybody. I don't care who it is, what company, I don't care. You want to know why? Because you're putting a bad stigma on me. And you cannot say that I put a bad stigma on any other company, because I don't. I give you factual information. I go and I do my research before I even say anything, guys. And also, I give you options. I tell you, I don't think you shouldn't buy or you shouldn't mess with this company because of this reason of factual information. That's literally data that you see on the internet. It's no fluff. It's no BS. You understand? Do you understand what I'm saying, guys? Don't let people play with you, man. Don't let people play with you. But that's not the... I digress on that part. So, the cross merchandising. Just think about it for yourself. Just say, oh wow, where else is this cross merchandising? And you start putting it together. How people align themselves to market and promote something. I'm not aligning my brand with these brands. If that was the case, then you would have to say, the only way you could say that I would be aligning myself with these brands is the music production talk about what is sound, how is sound handled, and what you can do to achieve a greater sound at the first instance of your music production before it turns into the analog digital conversion. That maybe you might be able to say that, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Or how I tell you about the manipulation, how the companies are manipulating you using their tactics to promote a brand that they have and product that they have, so they can sell it and they can make money. But meanwhile, they're not giving you the full detail and the full information of what you actually need to make their product even better, because they are not putting everything that they can possibly put in these devices to make the sound better or to make your workflow better. They saying they're doing that, but they're not doing that because they're skipping over a lot of things. So I got another video coming out, and it's going to be talking about why the music sounds so bad now. And I found out why, guys. The reason why music sounds really, really bad now, not really, really bad, but you get what I'm saying, it doesn't have that oomph. It doesn't make people feel anything anymore. It's because you are, well, what's the terminology I was going to use? It's over, no. You are, okay, you're doing digital, right? I got to remember what I was saying. Before I do the video, I'm going to definitely remember. But you are over-processing. You are over-processing a digital signal. That's the problem. You guys and girls are over-processing a digital signal. And every time you keep processing the digital signal, it keeps getting worse, because digital, you can't add harmonics to a digital signal. You can only add like stuff over the top of the digital signal, because the digital signal is locked. So you can't go in there and add what you think is missing. And people think that they are adding more saturation to a sound, but no, you can't do that. You can only add saturation and character and color to a sound when it's at its first stage, and before it actually turns into a digital signal. Meaning you have to have a sound engine that basically took supernatural recordings of a piano or keyboard, synth strings and all that stuff, whatever, strings and all these acoustic sounds and all the harps and things of that nature, and they recorded it. And they took those sounds and they put it into a sound engine which incorporates digital coding with those samples. And then now it basically turns your rolling keyboard and all these keyboards into a piano that you would have, that you would purchase at a store. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a big piano, but you just got it in this keyboard workstation. From there, when you take that and then it goes out the back, it's going to be, and you go out the back of that with the wires, those cables, the TRS cables and stuff like that, those cables, the TR cable, TRS cables, those cables only carry an analog signal. When it carries that analog signal into the preamp, which is the analog preamp, then it's going to add those harmonics and stuff like that to that sound. And then boom, from there, it could go into the MPC, which turns it into a digital sound, and now you can start working with it. That's the only way. That's the best way. That's the normal way. That is the way. That's the reason why when back in the 60s, 70s, and the 80s, when they was recording live bands and things of that nature, that's why it sounded so good, because they're putting all these preamps and stuff on it, and analog compressors and things of that nature, and they're doing preamps, analog compressors, analog preamps, analog compressors, and analog EQs and analog saturators way before the sound even turns into digital. And then once it captures it digital, it's fire. And then they can start doing extra stuff from there. You guys are working with over-processed digital sounds, meaning like when you go and you buy a sample pack, a drum pack, a MIDI chord, not MIDI chord pack, drum pack, all those packs, even an expansion pack, that stuff has been turned into a digital medium already. So now, once these people give it to you, because remember, if they start out digital, if they start out making this stuff on a computer or in the MPC, it's already starting out digital. It's not even starting out organic. So when it starts out digital and they do all this processing on it, compressors and all that stuff, all these inserts, and then it goes out the back of the MPC or whatever they're using with a DAW, and then they save it, and then they put it into a pack. Now, when you purchase that pack, that sound is not the original way to create it. So basically, you taking a digital sound and you adding on top of it. So you're over processing digital signals. So you might even have a signal that has been processed 2 times already, and then by the time you get it, that's the 3rd time it's been processed. So let's say if somebody gives you a drum pack that you take it and put it into your MPC, and you start hitting, you try to make it a beat, and then you add a compressor, you add this and stuff like that to that digital sound, and now you save it. Now it's all this processing. Now it just starts actually degrading the sound, and that's why things sound overly processed, digitally overly processed, and that's the problem with music. It's is not getting that warm, analog, grit, saturation, harmonic, tonal saturation from the first instance. And that's the problem. That's what I found out in my research. So, God, and now, so when I talk about the MPCs and all these other machines, I'm trying to get you to understand that. And then when I talk about Ghost Wav, that's me. That's just mine. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to align a product. I'm not saying go get the Ghost Wav drum pack. It doesn't even exist. What are you talking? You know what I'm saying? Get the hate out your hearts. I don't even hate any of these companies. I'm just talking in context. I even tell you I own the MPC Live Mark 1. I have one of the units. I wouldn't even mind getting another unit, but why would I get it? It has to be great intent. It has to be a real reason to buy it. I'm not just going to buy it just so I could look good on YouTube. You guys are lying to yourselves and lying to me and everybody else saying like, oh, I bought it for this, You bought it for YouTube, man. Stop playing. You don't have deals lined up. You're not in the lines to work on this album. You guys don't have all this and that. You're not full-fledged musical producers, and that's the only thing you do for your life. You literally bought it for YouTube monetization money, try to look famous, and just, that's what you bought it for, man. I did it for the workflow. I did it for this. I did it for that. Really? Come on, man. You already had workflow with the machine that you was already using. Come on, stop playing games, because I'm not playing games with you guys. I'm being upfront and honest. Let me do my outro. This your boy 005 Dynasty. Don't forget to Google me. And don't forget, Ghost Wav is a musical genre. Okay? And don't forget, catch me on medium.com. The articles are out. And you can check out my website too. I'm still working on it, guys. So you might see errors and stuff like that. I'm one man trying to handle this stuff. That reminds me. Shout out to Mr. Mooch, the community manager. So if you see him in the comment section talking to you guys, give him a shout out. Go over there, subscribe to his YouTube channel. The guy is dope, but his beats is dope. You know what I'm saying? But he's working on changing his overall sound. Me and him was talking about that. Oh my God, my keys fell. Me and him was talking about that. So I'm trying to teach him some stuff. I gotta get the keys. And yeah. But anyway, if you see him in the comment section, please treat him with respect. This man is just nothing but respectful with me. He's really the total opposite of the way I am. So he holds me down, man. He levels me, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, don't forget, man, Google your boy. Check out all the articles and stuff like that. And hit me up. Drop a comment. And remember, it's cross-merchandising. And if you know anything about business, you should be doing it, actually. You should be cross-merchandising. Don't let anybody shame you for doing that. You should be cross-merchandising. The big company, everybody does it because it's piggybacking off of somebody who has more clout than you. And it's just basically to help get you afloat because you got to go where people's eyes and attention span is at. And that's just the way the world works. I wish it was different. I wish if I just stood outside on a block and say, hey, I'm 005 Dynasty and this is Ghost Wav, and then I got 1 million subscribers just like that. It don't work like that. And since it don't work like that, why try to fight the system? I'm not trying to say bend over for the system, but utilize it in a respectful manner until you get yourself afloat. This your boy 005 Dynasty. Don't forget to Google me. And I'm out.